Firefighters spent an hour and a half cutting two trapped people from the wreck of a Mercedes which had been hit by a Vermont stolen van. Staff from the nearby Chambers and Flowers night spots rushed to help with fire extinguishers to put out smoke billowing from the Merc. Police had stopped chasing Ramon, 31, around the streets of Middlesbrough because it was too dangerous. Teesside Crown Court heard. The banned, uninsured motorist, who was more than 3 times the limit for drugs, still sped into the town centre and caused the horrific accident. Stolen van from former employers. Ramon took the Ford Transit from his former employers, who had sacked him 6 days earlier for suspected drug misuse. A distressed woman reported him to police after he pulled up alongside her, asked her if she wanted a lift home and loitered in the car. When officers were about to give him a breath test, he sped off, evading officers' efforts to stop him and almost knocking over a PC who had to leap into a house doorway. At Ramon, image, Cleveland police, a 4.32-mile chase ensued around Linthorpe with Ramon tearing through residential streets at up to 60 miles per hour in 20 miles per hour and 30 miles per hour zones. Prosecutor Jenny Hay said he swerved, reversed at speed, ran red lights, bounced over speed bumps and traveled on the wrong side of roads. He clipped one police car and almost crashed into another, and officers ceased the hazardous pursuit as Ramon headed into town. Running red lights before huge smash. Ramon ran a red light on Wilson Street at high speed at an estimated speed of 60 to 70 miles per hour on the night of January 26 last year. He struck the Mercedes which was traveling slowly through a green light at the junction with Albert Road. As captured on CCTV shown in court, the Mercedes spun and careered into the wall of the Chambers bar, leaving both occupants badly injured. Ben Amizati, the bar's assistant manager, saw the Mercedes crash 5 to 10 feet from where he stood. He grabbed a female customer trying to shield her from shattering glass, and fetched a fire extinguisher from the bar. Had the crash happened 1 minute earlier, he said, the results could have been far worse as there were more pedestrians around. The aftermath of a crash outside Chambers nightclub in Middlesbrough. Image, Terry Blackburn. Innocent crash victims remembered little. The 18-year-old Mercedes driver and his partner and passenger, a 28-year-old woman, remembered little of the accident. The driver was knocked unconscious with a complex fracture to his lower right leg, a fractured pelvis, bruised lungs and lost 4 teeth. The crash stopped him driving and competing in a boxing match, affected his social life, and his plans to join the army were put on hold. He struggled to sleep, felt angry, frustrated, unwell and, 11 months on, could not eat certain foods, and was back at work on light duties. The passenger suffered a perforated eardrum, bruises all over her body and had stitches to her right leg. She told of pain, hearing loss, tinnitus, memory loss, confusion, headaches and neck aches, stress, sleeping problems and flashbacks. The £25,000 Mercedes was written off. Bleeding. Ramon arrested. The van driven by Ramon ended up wedged under the A66 bridge and he got out, bleeding, to be arrested and handcuffed. Ramon, of Williams Avenue, Linthorpe, admitted 2 charges of causing serious injury by dangerous driving and 1 of aggravated vehicle taking. His 5 previous offenses included a 17-month driving ban in 2017 for 2 drug driving offenses. The white van involved in the crash outside Chambers. Image, Terry Blackburn. Robert Moncrief, defending, said, he's extremely fortunate himself that he's not facing a charge of causing death by dangerous driving. He for his part wishes, through me, to issue a public apology. He wishes to apologize to the 2 victims in this case. His behavior was abhorrent that night. He panicked, he knew that he was over the limit and he acted foolishly, selfishly and out of desperation. It's quite clear when he gets behind the wheel of a car he's minded to act recklessly and without regard to others. But this has no doubt served as a wake-up call for him. He said the dad of 3 did not plan to harm anyone, was injured himself, lost his job and his family had been affected. Spike, Fox. He told Ramon, you went through a red light at speed causing the devastating crash. In respect of the driving and the nature of the driving, there can be very few cases which are as serious as this. Both of these victims were trapped in the vehicle. The level of fear must have been substantial. Giving Rahman full credit for his guilty pleas, the judge jailed him for 46 months, 3 years for causing serious injury by dangerous driving plus 10 months for the aggravated vehicle taking, and banned him from driving for 7 years.